My fiancée said, "Your proposal wasn't good enough. I need you to do it again." I replied, "You deserve better," so I hired a billboard company. What she saw on her way to work the next morning wasn't another proposal. Original post. I'm a 35-year-old man who proposed to Jessica, 32, 6 months ago. We'd been together for 4 years and lived together for 2. I thought I had nailed it. It was during sunset at the vineyard where we had our first date. Her favorite flowers were everywhere, and I had a photographer hiding in the bushes. The ring cost me 3 months of my salary, and she said yes. I posted about it everywhere. Friends and family congratulated us and immediately started planning the wedding. Then last Tuesday happened. We were at dinner with her friends when one of them, Brittany, started talking about how her boyfriend proposed at the Eiffel Tower with a flash mob. Jessica went quiet. On the drive home, she dropped the bomb. "I've been thinking, your proposal wasn't really that special." "What?" "I mean, a vineyard? That's so basic. Brittany's was in Paris. Miranda's boyfriend shut down Times Square. Even my sister got a hot air balloon proposal." I pulled over. "Jess, you said it was perfect. You cried. You said yes." She sighed as if I were a child who didn't understand basic math. "I said yes because I love you, but I need you to do it again properly this time. Something that shows you really value me." "You want me to propose again? We're already engaged." "Not really," she said, taking off the ring. "Not until you do it right. I deserve a proposal story I'm proud to tell." My stomach dropped. "Are you seriously holding our engagement hostage over this?" "Don't be dramatic. I just want what every woman wants. To feel special. Is that too much to ask?" I sat there gripping the steering wheel, watching her put my grandmother's diamond ring into her purse like it was costume jewelry. "You know what? You're right," I said quietly. "You deserve better." She smiled, patting my hand. "I knew you'd understand. Maybe somewhere tea." That night, while she was pinning proposal ideas on Pinterest and sending them to me, I made a different kind of plan. Update 1. The next morning, Jessica was practically glowing. She had already told her mom and sisters that I was planning something spectacular for the reproposal. "Mom wants to know if she should fly in," she said over breakfast. "Probably," I replied. "Since you're obviously going big this time, tell her to wait. I want it to be a surprise." She spent the next 3 days dropping hints. She showed me a video of someone proposing via skywriting, an article about a guy who hired an orchestra, and another about someone who carved their proposal into a corn maze. "Just making sure you have inspiration," she'd say. Meanwhile, I was busy with my own preparations. First, I called my jeweler and explained the situation. He was horrified. "She gave back your grandmother's ring, the one you had reset specifically for her, which is currently sitting in her purse like a participation trophy." He offered to help however he could. Next, I called a lawyer friend and asked some hypothetical questions about engagement rings and gifts. It was a very enlightening conversation. Then came the main event. I contacted a billboard company, not for 1 billboard, but for 3, strategically placed on Jessica's exact route to work. The sales rep was confused. "You want to propose via billboard? That's romantic, I guess, but it's not exactly a proposal." I said, "More like a public service announcement." I sent him the designs. He laughed so hard, he had to put me on hold. "Sir, I need to run this by my manager, but this is incredible." Friday night, Jessica was practically vibrating with excitement. Sarah from work said she saw you at the jeweler's. "Are you getting an even bigger ring?" "Just handling some business." "And Mom said you called asking for her blessing again." "That's so sweet, though unnecessary since you already have it." Her mom had actually called me horrified when she heard Jessica's demand. "This isn't how I raised her," she said. "Do what you need to do, honey." Saturday night, Jessica could barely sleep. "I just have this feeling tomorrow's the day." "You've been so secretive. Is it happening at brunch?" "Oh my God, are you taking me somewhere?" "Just get some sleep," I said. "Tomorrow's going to be memorable." Sunday morning, Jessica was up at 6 a.m., fully made up, her hair curled, wearing her best dress. "I'm ready for whatever you have planned," she announced. "Actually, I have to run to the office real quick. Forgot something important. Her face fell. On a Sunday? But I thought, why didn't you go to brunch with Brittany? I'll meet you after. She was furious, but tried to hide it. Fine, but this better not mean you're postponing. Trust me, everything is happening exactly as planned. She left at 8 a.m., taking her usual route downtown. I had timed it perfectly. My phone rang at 8:07. Update 2. What the hell is this? I could hear car horns in the background. Jessica was screaming. What's wrong, babe? The billboard. What billboard? The giant billboard on Route 9. What billboard? The one with my face on it that says Jessica thinks your proposal wasn't good enough with my Instagram handle. Oh, that billboard. There's another one. Oh my God. It says she gave the ring back and demanded a redo. Technically accurate. Mitchell, there's a third one with screenshots of my texts. Ah, yes. The text where you told Brittany that my proposal was basically poverty level and that you were training me to do better. Everyone can see this. Everyone driving to downtown can see this. My coworkers, my family, the whole city. You wanted a memorable proposal story. Now you have one. This isn't a proposal, right? It's actually an unproposal. Those billboards will be up for a month, by the way. Paid in advance, non-refundable. She was now sobbing. How could you do this to me? The same way you could return my grandmother's ring and demand I perform like a trained seal for your Instagram followers. Take them down now. Can't. Like I said, non-refundable. Oh, and check the fourth billboard on Main Street. There's a fourth. That one's my personal favorite. I heard her car accelerating, then more screaming. The fourth billboard was straightforward. Mitchell is now single and accepting applications. No proposals necessary. Jessica's car was in the garage. She took an Uber to the airport. It was perfectly legal for me to move it to the driveway. I cover it with a tarp like it was being stored. Update 3. Saturday arrived like a hurricane in slow motion. Jessica had texted me 31 times with instructions for the dinner. What to wear, she'd picked out a blue button-down for me. What to say, she'd written talking points. And what ring size to mention, she'd helpfully included her measurements. I wore a black shirt instead. It was a small rebellion, but it felt good. At 4 p.m., I picked up Megan. She looked fantastic. Professional but not overdressed. She also brought something interesting. A small jewelry box. What's that? You'll see. It was my grandmother's. Think of it as a prop for maximum impact. We drove to Jessica's parents' house. The driveway was packed. She wasn't kidding about the whole family being there. I could see balloons through the window and a congratulations banner across the porch. Last chance to back out. I told Megan, "Are you kidding? This is the most interesting Saturday I've had in years." Jessica met us at the door. Her face shifted from excitement to confusion to fury in about 2 seconds. "Who is this?" "This is Megan, your co-worker," I said, as if the word tasted bad. "My girlfriend." The silence was deafening. Then Jessica laughed, that same dismissive laugh from the coffee shop. "Very funny, Brett. Stop joking around and come in. Everyone's waiting." She turned to Megan. "I don't know what he told you, but this is a family event." "I know," Megan said cheerfully. "Brett invited me to meet everyone." Jessica grabbed my arm, her nails digging in. "Kitchen now." We left Megan in the foyer and went to kitchen where Jessica absolutely exploded. "What the hell are you doing?" "Breaking up with you." "What? You can't break up with me. We're engaged." "My whole family is here." "We're not engaged, Jessica. You made that up. You decided to lie to your family without asking me." "It wasn't a lie. It was just advancing the timeline." "It was a lie. And I'm done. I'm going to go out there, tell your family the truth, and leave." "You wouldn't dare." I started to leave, but she grabbed me again. "I'll tell everyone you're having a mental breakdown, that you're unstable." "Okay, that's it. Tell them whatever you want after I leave." I walked back to the living room where about 20 people were gathered. Dorothy rushed over. "Brett, we were wondering where you were. Help. And who's your friend?" The room quieted down. Jessica peered behind me, her face flushed but trying to smile. "Everyone," I said loud enough for all to hear. "I need to clear something up. Jessica and I are not engaged." Gasps, confused murmurs. Dorothy's smile froze. "I never proposed. Jessica told you all I did without discussing it with me. She created this entire narrative without my knowledge or consent." "That's not," Jessica started. "This is Megan," I continued, taking Megan's hand. "My girlfriend? My actual girlfriend who I asked out after I decided to end things with Jessica." The room exploded. Jessica's dad stood up. Her grandmother dropped her wine glass. Dorothy looked like she might faint. I never realized how satisfying this would be. I said, "I never proposed. Jessica created this whole story without my consent." Chaos followed as everyone reacted to the news. Update 3. The aftermath was intense. First, let me clarify. Megan and I aren't actually engaged. That was pure theater on her part. The ring was her grandmother's, but she was just borrowing for effect. We are actually dating now, though pretending to get engaged at your ex's fake engagement party makes for a great first date story. But back to Saturday night. After Megan's surprise proposal, Dorothy actually fainted. Like, fully swooned into her husband's arms. Jessica screamed, a primal shriek of rage. Her dad started yelling about disrespect and cruel jokes. Jessica's cousin filmed the whole thing, and it's already got over 2 million views on TikTok. We left immediately, obviously, but not before Jessica's grandmother pulled me aside and whispered, "Good for you, son." Jessica has been lying about boyfriends since high school. The drive home was surreal. Megan was laughing so hard she cried, ruining her mascara. "I can't believe you did that." I said, "I can't believe you said yes." "You really committed to the bit," I said. We stopped for dinner at a 24-hour diner, still buzzing with adrenaline. That's when my phone started blowing up. I had 62 missed calls and 89 texts. Dorothy was calling. 15 missed calls. Various family members sent 30-plus texts with familiar highlights. "You ruined my life. That stunt was cruel and abusive. I'm going to sue you for emotional distress. Everyone thinks I'm a pathological liar now. Answer your phone. I know you're reading these." Megan's favorite was from Jessica's sister, Riley, who had only met me twice. Jessica finally got called out. She told everyone she was pregnant at my wedding to steal attention. This was karma. Sunday morning, Jessica was banging on my door at 7 a.m. "Brett, open this door. We need to talk." I opened it but kept the chain on. "No, we don't. You owe me an apology." "For what?" "For humiliating me by bringing that woman to my celebration." "You mean the fake celebration?" "For the fake engagement you created without asking me." "It wasn't fake. We were going to get engaged." "No, Jessica. You decided we were getting engaged. You never asked what I wanted. Because I knew what was best for us. And that right there is why we're done." She tried a different approach. Tears. "Brett, please. I love you. We can work this out. I'll go to therapy." "Good. You should, but not for me. For yourself. I already told everyone at work we're engaged. Then you'll have to untell them. This is all your fault, Brett. You announced a fake engagement. You have zero credibility." I replied. "Also, your cousin's TikTok video clearly shows what actually happened." That's when she really lost it. She started screaming about lawsuits, defamation, and emotional distress. I closed the door and called building security. They escorted her out. Then came Monday. Jessica attempted to file a restraining order against me for emotional abuse and harassment. The officer who came to serve me the paperwork laughed when I showed him the text and the TikTok video. "Sir, she created a false engagement, and you broke up with her at dinner pretty much. And she's filing against you." "Yep." He shook his head. "You'll want to counterfile. This is clearly retaliatory." Jessica also called my workplace, claiming I was mentally unstable and dangerous. Unfortunately for her, Megan works in HR. She pulled a recording of the call. Jessica explicitly stated multiple times, "I'm his fiancée." When HR checked our emergency contacts, Jessica wasn't even listed. My boss called me in more amused and concerned. So, interesting weekend. You could say that. The woman who called seemed very upset about your engagement to someone else. She was never my fiancée. I clarified. She told people we were engaged without asking me. That's concerning behavior. Indeed. Hence why I'm now dating Megan from HR instead. Smart move. Also, legal said if she calls again, we're filing harassment charges. Final update. It's been a week since the dinner incident. Jessica's restraining order was dismissed. The judge literally said, "Ma'am, you created a fraudulent engagement and are now harassing your ex for leaving you." Case dismissed. She attempted to counterfile for defamation because of the TikTok video. Her own cousin filmed what actually happened. The lawyer she consulted told her she had no case and charged her $500 for the consultation. Dorothy called me one last time. "Brett, I need to apologize. Riley told us about other times Jessica has done things like this. We enabled her. I'm sorry you got caught up in it." Thanks, Dorothy. I hope Jessica gets help. She's in therapy now, court mandated after she vandalized Megan's car. Oh, yeah, didn't mention that. Jessica found out where Megan lived and spray-painted homewrecker on her Honda Civic in bright pink in front of 3 security cameras. Megan is obviously pressing charges. That vandalism got Jessica arrested. She spent a night in jail before Dorothy bailed her out. She's facing criminal mischief charges and has to pay for the damages, about $3,000 for a new paint job. But the best part? Jessica's company saw the TikTok video. Someone tagged them. They have a social media morality clause. Creating a fake engagement and the ensuing meltdown apparently violated it. She got fired. Last I heard, she moved back in with her parents, still posting on Instagram about surviving narcissistic abuse and healing from trauma. She also started a blog called When Love Bombing Goes Wrong, trying to portray herself as the victim. It has 4 readers, her family members. Meanwhile, Megan and I are doing great. We're taking things slow despite our dramatic start. We laugh about it constantly. Her grandma wants the ring back, though. It turns out it's worth about $15. Megan just grabbed it for the drama, not knowing its value. My buddies think I'm a legend. My mom thinks I'm an idiot. Both are probably right. Looking back, could I have handled it better? Sure. Could I have just quietly broken up with Jessica and moved on? Absolutely. But she created an entire fictional engagement, told her whole family, and tried to trap me into a marriage I never agreed to. She played a foolish game and won a foolish prize. The TikTok is up to 5 million views now. Someone added the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme to it. Jessica's shriek when Megan pulled out the ring has become a meme. There's already merchandise. Megan is thinking about getting t-shirts made that say, "I proposed at my boyfriend's fake engagement party, and all I got was this restraining order." Proceeds would go to a domestic violence shelter because, unlike Jessica, we know what actual abuse looks like. Do I regret it? Nah. Jessica thought she could manipulate me into her perfect little life plan. She learned that some people don't follow scripts. Plus, I've got a great girlfriend now who understands that relationships require input from both people, not just one person's fantasy. Though we've agreed on one thing, no more surprise proposals, real or fake. Edit, since everyone is asking, yes. The cousin monetized a TikTok. She's donating Jessica's portion to a workshop on honesty in relationships. Jessica threatened to sue her too. The cousin just laughed. Edit 2, Megan says, "Hi." She's reading over my shoulder and laughing at your comments. Her favorite. This is the most justified reverse Uno card I've ever seen. Edit 3. No, we're not actually engaged. We've been dating exactly 1 week, though. Megan jokes that we're pre-engaged just to mess with people. Peace out, Reddit. Thanks for reading this insanity. Remember, if someone tries to plan your life without your input, run, or bring a +1 with a ring. Your choice.